Hello, my friends. Welcome to the weekly ETF report video edition. Thank you for joining me today. As always, we have three things to talk about. Now, I know it's the dog days of summer, and summer is almost behind us. We're looking at back to school and thinking about the last 4 months of the year relative to the financial markets, September, October, November, and December. So I have a lot to share with you today. Let me begin with ETF education. I really want to be your resource for understanding, improving your knowledge in the world of exchange-traded funds. And one of the services that we provide for free is a monthly exchange-traded fund report that I call the complete list of exchange-traded funds. It's every ETF that is available in the United States today, and I have some technical data, recent performance information on each exchange-traded funds. Now, one of the things you have to do when you have 1,600 investment vehicles is you need to categorize these exchange-traded funds in the appropriate category for the investment discipline that they're following. And I wanted to let you know this this month, the September report, which will cover the period of time from January through August, I've made some changes to the categories. And I have refined the categories. So for income investors, one of the things that I've done is I've added a high income category because there are many exchange-traded funds that are generating very nice yields for income investors, and they don't fit into a specific fixed income category. So I've started a new category that I'm calling high income. And then in addition, another type of exchange-traded funds that is excellent for income investors are MLPs, Master Limited Partnership ETFs, and the industry has continued to grow their offerings. So I have now separated MLP, energy, income ETFs into their own category. Now on the equity side, I've made quite a few changes relative to international, emerging markets, and commodities. Let me explain. Now in the international arena, I have now broken down the developed markets, and developed markets are those markets like Japan, the UK, obviously the region of Europe, Canada, Australia. There are many products that invest in those regions. So I've broken the list down into the broad developed markets. I've broken it down into the regions like Europe and like Asia. I've broken it down into single countries, and I've broken it down into sectors. I've also broken out the country of Japan. Japan is the third largest economy in the world. There are many very good ETF offerings, and Japan is one of those areas that in the past 20 years has been an underperformer. I think in the next 20 years, Japan, because of the industrial nature of that particular country and economy, could provide a lot of investment opportunities. So I'm breaking Japan out as its own separate category within the ETF report. Now let's talk about emerging markets, because that's where things really get interesting and are really changing. I've done similar things. I have the broad emerging markets, the region emerging markets, then I have the single country emerging markets, then there are emerging market sectors. And then I've taken the country of China and I have broken that country out separately. So those are some of the recent changes that I've made in regards to emerging markets. Now, lastly, moving to the area of commodities. Now, there are over 100 commodity ETFs. There are the broad category of commodities, which mixes all of the commodities together. There are the precious metals. There are the precious metals miners now. But then I've broken the rest of the categories into agriculture, energy, and I've actually taken the industry group of water purification, pollution, irrigation. That's becoming a big deal and a big area to invest around the world. People need clean water, and it's going to be a growth industry. And so I've broken water out as its own category. So the bottom line is we're continuing to refine our processes here to help ETF selection, to make it better for you, the end user. The second subject I wanted to talk about today is just market tendencies between September 1st and December 31st. And I just looked at a study that looked at the past 10 years. And there is still this tendency for stock markets to be relatively weak in the September and October timeframe. So we know September and October are just the weakest months of the year, but then November and December are very strong, usually recovering any weakness that the markets have in those notorious months where we've had, big market declines and big market crashes. Now, looking and comparing the S&P 500's tendencies to emerging markets have a tendency to perform better than the S&P 500 in September, October, November, and December. So my propensity to advise you to have more of your portfolio in emerging markets, I believe you're going to benefit from that idea because of market tendencies over the past 10 years. I hope you're joining me in owning more emerging markets in your portfolio. Lastly, I just want to mention the different areas where you can get more advice from us, free advice, some paid advice regarding exchange-traded funds. And I want to point you to my publisher's website, Eagle Financial Publications. The website is Fabian.com. Fabian.com. This is where subscribers to Successful Investing go to sign on for current investing advice. But this is where you can sign up for the free weekly ETF report, and you can get a weekly email from me on ETF commentary, and also you can subscribe to Successful Investing. At my money management website, Fabianwealth.com, that is where you can get a free copy, and we post it once a month, of the complete list of exchange-traded funds. So the URL is on the screen right now, Fabianwealth.com. The ETF report is in the special reports section. It does require you to give us your email address. I'd love to be able to correspond with you more in the future. So if you would like the complete list of exchange-traded funds, we will be posting that on Tuesday, which is the day after Labor Day, and that report will be available for you free to download. If you would like to get some more specific advice from me, then you can subscribe to Successful Investing. We now have 3 ETF portfolios in Successful Investing, and my publisher has a very special offer for new subscribers. I hope you had a great summer. I'm looking forward to the fall season, even though summer's not over yet. But things are changing. Kids are going back to school. Markets get more interesting in the months of September and October. And I'm going to be with you each and every week to kind of talk you through it. Thanks so much for tuning in today.